Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bsidesports show.
What's going? What's up? What's up?
Man, are we good? I think we're back again.
We're awesome. Sir. We haven't got canceled yet.
We haven't got canceled. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's a great thing.
Thank you.
I am your host, Ralph Figueroa, and let me introduce the Bsidesports team. First, I got my boy Eric J in the house.
What's going on? Peace out.
Nice. How you doing, Eric?
I'm doing great, brother, man. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. We'll talk about some stuff in a little bit. I know you got a couple segments that you want to talk about. You're getting a little eager.
I'm eager to go. Eager beaver.
Eager beaver. Nice. And then, of course, we also got our lovely other voice.
La voz.
Yes. Now you can actually see him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, sorry about that. If we weren't canceled yet, now I don't know.
Now we might be.
We're running a risk now.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. So
turn around, face the wall.
I know, right? Give it up for Shaye Whitey.
Shaye Whitey.
Nice.
Welcome back.
So how you doing, brother? You good?
I'm good, man.
Yeah. So we have a lot of things that we're going to discuss this week. Obviously the NASCAR race happened earlier today, so we're going to be talking about that in one of the next segments. Then also we got a lot of trending hot topics, a lot of stuff that we're going to discuss. I mean, this last week in sports, so many different things have happened in especially NBA news. There's a lot of trades that happen. A lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy of how some of these guys went back to their original teams, which we'll discuss in a segment later. We're also going to be discussing athlete birthdays of the week for the week of February 22nd, which is today, through the 28th. Yep. Also, we got another awesome segment, which I love to find out who's in trouble. So I can't even imagine. There's a lot of things that are going on, especially in the college, right, Shaye?
Yeah, the college ranks, man, they're messing up.
What's up with these kids?
I don't know, man.
They have an opportunity to make tons of money, and then they go and mess up.
It's social media.
We're sounding like those old men that get off my lawn.
Look, dude, I just turned 38 last Sunday. Yes, I'm getting old, bro.
I'm right there with you.
I'm getting very old. Sometimes when I sit down, I have to watch certain areas to not fall in the water. Okay.
So, you'll sit on them.
Or I'll sit on that. That's pretty crazy too.
Nutcrackers in effect.
The other thing that we're going to discuss is this week in sports history. So I'm pretty sure, Eric, you got some little stories and
dandy stuff.
Some tidbits of knowledge, I'd like to call.
What's this?
I don't know, tidbits. I don't know how else to describe.
Associates with little.
You're a little tidbit. I saw your tidbits earlier. They're tiny.
That's the tip.
It looks like
a lot.
It looks like two BBs and a Tic Tac, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
Watch out! I might explode.
And then also we got sports news, and this is a new segment that we're going to introduce this week. And this is one I'd like to bring up every once in a while because I think there's so many different variations on this because there's so many stories that you hear that you don't know if they're real or if they're fake. So we're going to play a little game with that, and Shay's got a couple stories that he's going to kind of throw at us, and we're going to figure out whether or not these sports stories are real or fake.
Nice.
Play a little game with you guys tonight.
Hey,
we got enough balls here.
I know, right? Pants optional. I don't know. That was weird, bro.
Skins on skins.
And then also, you know what, guys? I'm really excited because we have a special guest in this week to come in. We got Rabbit from the B-Side show.
My heart's pounding already.
like Thumper, bro. I'm getting excited.
I met him before, actually.
A few times. Yeah, throughout your lifetime, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happens, but... So we're gonna have Silly Rabbit. He's obviously he's one of our part of our B-Side channel. For those of you guys that don't know, you guys can go on the bsideshow.net, and we got an awesome array of shows that are now coming out because we also got the B-Side Forum,
right?
And then we also got the album review show, aka Bars, and of course the B-Side Show, and now the B-Side Sports. Yes. So B-Side Sports, you guys can find us on our social media and all our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud at B-Side Sports Show. You can also email us if you guys want to do a dedication. I don't know why it turned into Art LeBeau all of a sudden.
Memories of Almani.
Sports dedication. I don't know. Like, hey, was the time I scored 3 touchdowns in a game? Tell them, Holmes. I don't know. But if you guys want to email us, feel free to email us at bsidesportsshow@gmail.com. And then also you can find us on Ustream at B-Side Show. So, like I said, we got a lot of stuff to cover. Besides our special guest, Rabbit, in the house, we're also going to include him, and I don't know if it's up to you guys. You think we should include him in the trivia game this week?
I think so. I want to test his knowledge about things.
I think so, too. I want to see how, he says he knows a lot about sports. He's a diehard Lakers fan. I know that. But I want to see, I want to test his knowledge on other stuff. So we're going to have him, come in and sit down with us, and we'll discuss that. And then at the end, we're going to do some shout outs, and then we'll start getting ready for next week, because next week we got a whole nother round of Bsidesports show.
Yes,
so we're here to have a good time, fellas. Eric J, Shaye, Whitey, I'm Ralph Figueroa. So we're going to go into our first segment this week, and we're going to talk about some of the trending hot topics. So let's go ahead and hit it, Drac. Nice. Trending hot topics this week. A lot of stuff. Let me first off get off the bat. We got to talk about Jerome Kersey. He passed away this week, and for those of you guys, he was very young, 52 years old. Passed away. Originally drafted by the Portland Trail Blazers in the second round, and he was awesome. I remember him most from being with the Supersonics.
Oh yeah,
that's how I remember
Portland
him.
Trail Blazers.
But
Man,
I still remember when he was on the Lakers for.
Because remember the Supersonics back in those times, they were big. They had Sean Kemp, they had Gary Payton, they had a lot of great players, and he did win an NBA championship ring with the San Antonio Spurs.
He was also in the dunk contest, if I'm not mistaken, and he was kind of tough, but he was powering it down.
Yeah. So and it's unfortunate that he died from a blood clot in his lungs, which unfortunately, Jerome Kersey died at a very young age. But now it's also bringing awareness to, because there's another player who also might have a blood clot that might be ending his career. Shaye, what do you know about Chris Bosh?
Yeah, Chris Bosh, man. Unfortunately, I was never a big fan of his, but like that's a tough thing, because he's playing good. He's still a beast.
He looks like a lizard to me. I don't know why. He
looks like Predator.
I heard they're gonna take some of the blood clot out and put it in a lab and make Jurassic 5 out of him, or the new Jurassic.
He's like the
movie.
Velociraptor or something.
Yeah, that's what he is. He's got a T-Rex feet.
So Chris Bosh, unfortunately, in the news also this week, and under the hot topics, that he's also experiencing a blood clot. So he's hopefully, our prayers out to him.
Yeah,
and,
for sure,
and because he's at the end of the day, he's a great player.
Yeah, hopefully he can come back soon. Make for a good comeback story if he can come back and
Absolutely. So, and then in the NBA news, of course, last week we had our show before the All-Star game.
Right.
So the All-Star game happened, and the West. This was a high-scoring affair.
It was the highest ever, no?
Yeah, the highest ever. The West beat the East 163 to 156.
Yeah.
I mean, that is crazy.
Well, defense doesn't start until about the fourth quarter. That's when,
now, do you guys agree that Russell Westbrook, did he deserve the MVP?
I think he definitely represented it out there, man.
He dropped 41 points.
And I wouldn't say that he hogged the ball, because he was just hot. And right when he was hot, he just never missed. So why not shoot?
And then they recognize who's hot, and they just keep feeding him the rock.
I thought James Harden was going to do that, but no, it was Russell
That's
Westbrook.
honestly who I put in my money on. Was I was thinking that he was going to do the beard. I thought the beard was going to take the MVP, but you know what? The sad thing about the All-Star game is that their ratings weren't all that great.
No,
their ratings were they were okay. I mean, obviously, still people pay attention, but they lost. I mean, big time to SNL's 40th anniversary special.
That was awesome.
Wow.
That was if you guys saw that last Sunday, that was phenomenal. They brought back like
everybody,
the who's who, and they even brought back the one that had me laughing was Derek Jeter. Because they showed one of Derek Jeter's old sketches. Remember the one of the Yankee wives? Hilarious skit.
Yes, where he dresses up
as one of the wives. So that was an awesome thing. But unfortunately for the All-Star game, they lost to SNL.
The All-Star weekend's more about the partying,
right?
The media
Exactly
than it is the game.
Exactly. Yes. And then other news. Amari Stoudemire, he signed with the Dallas Mavericks after being waived by the New York Knicks. And speaking of the New York Knicks, they lost one of their main guys. Carmelo Anthony's going to be out for the season. And once again, something that we had talked about last week, due to a knee injury. So he's going to be – they're still looking as to whether he's going to need surgery on that knee. But at the end, he's going to be out for the season.
I think they're just trying to lose as many games as possible also. I think if they were in contenders, he would play.
Yeah, I think so too. And then also, with all these the trade deadline was this week. Yeah, and that was crazy. There was 39 players total that were traded. That was the most in NBA history. And the crazy thing is, some of the guys like Kevin Garnett wound up going back to where he originally started, which was the Minnesota Timberwolves.
That means his career is rounding out.
He just wants to retire there.
He wants to retire, exactly. What was the other player that went back to his original team?
That was Tayshaun Prince. He went back.
Back to Detroit.
Pistons. Yeah, he won a championship there.
Absolutely.
Back when they beat the Lakers in
Peanut head.
Yeah, he's got a little peanut head. He's got a little baby face.
He's got a little monocle and a top hat.
Little baby face Tayshaun. Yeah. And then also in NBA news, George Karl. He was introduced as the Sacramento Kings' third coach this season.
Wow.
Yeah, they've gone through a lot of coaching changes, so got a lot of.
He's a good one though.
Yeah, George Carl, that's an upgrade. Over
Yes,
whoever they
absolutely,
have.
absolutely. So one of the biggest things I think that we have to talk about it real quickly is Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. The date is finally set.
Yes,
May 2nd. It's going down.
it is.
Now here's the problem that I have with the whole thing, right? Because for one, which is crazy because HBO and Showtime are doing a joint pay-per-view, event,
Right.
which they're expecting a record high $89.95. That's probably standard definition. So if you want to see the knockouts in HD, you're probably gonna have to fork out $99.
That's like the budget in the Philippines itself.
That could feed the whole country of the Philippines. And then Mayweather is gonna get the larger share. It's a 60-40 split. So, and it's estimated that they're gonna make about $400 million on this.
Total.
Probably, because of all the stuff. So,
Can you imagine Vegas? How much they're gonna make?
it's gonna be redonkulous, bro. Redonkulous. So boxing news. I'm very excited. I have a good friend of mine that we're gonna see if we can bring him in here in the studio. I don't want to let you guys in on the little secret yet, but there's somebody I'm gonna bring in here, see if we can have a little interview so we can talk about the boxing, and then we can further do an analysis on Mayweather Pacquiao.
Is it Mills Lane?
I wish, bro. I love that guy. I want to give him a hug. I don't even know why.
I think he's buried now.
Oh, is he?
Can we still hug him?
Let's hug him in spirit.
No, he's bringing Larry Merchant. Larry Merchant's gonna bring the big.
Isn't he dead too? No.
Yeah, well, you gotta suck it out of his system first.
Also, this is something I found interesting this week. All right, so cycling is back in the news again.
Yes.
Because our buddy and our pal, Lance Armstrong, and his company's name is Tailwind Sports. So he's gonna take it in the tailwind because he's gonna pay $10 million from a fraud dispute because of, as you guys all remember, he had performance enhancing drug issue,
and now they're sticking him.
Now he's getting stuck with it. So Lance Armstrong, $10 million in the hole, and the part of the PED scandal, and this now is going to go into the baseball news. The Biogenesis founder and CEO Anthony Bosch, if you guys remember him, he was in the news. He's the guy that testified, during when A-Rod and all these other players, because there was a whole bunch of them. So Anthony Bosch was sentenced this week, 4 years in federal prison.
That's it.
Well, I don't know.
Federal prison. Man,
yeah.
You should give him a hard time for that.
So that's one guy. That's one guy who literally went from poking other guys for money to getting poked for money. So yeah, now he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it in the end. This is the end. I know. He's gonna be a human pincushion over there. He's gonna be a human pincushion.
Awesome.
Speaking of performance enhancing drugs, A-Rod issues a handwritten apology to Major League Baseball, the Yankees organization, and to fans taking responsibility for being suspended for the entire 2014 season. So you guys remember that he was part of that whole Biogenesis scandal. Fans reacted by saying, "Nah, liar, liar, pants on fire." That's what they got for him. So I don't know if anybody's going to believe A-Rod now, dude. You know what I mean? It's just, he's got way too many issues now that people are just like, nah, I don't know. I don't know if we can believe him.
I'm tired of him.
Even though it's a handwritten statement, it's like, nah, I don't really believe him, dude. So now let's further that. Let's go with the Yankees and their little PED. Guess whose number they're going to retire this summer? Andy Pettitte, another guy that got busted for PEDs.
I thought you were going to say Roger Clemens.
He might be next. So you never know. So this is Andy Pettitte now is part of the core four is what they call them, which was back in the early 2000s when they were winning the World Series and stuff. That was one of the main contributors to that. So that with that being said, there's also they're going to be retiring a whole bunch of numbers this summer, and I don't necessarily agree with some of them. Obviously, with Andy Pettitte, because he's got so much going on as far as the PED scandal.
Change his name to Andy Ped.
Andy Ped, huh? Andy Pettitte.
What's the track marks?
So they're talking about Bernie Williams is going to get retired. Same thing with Jorge Posada, And eventually, the captain himself, and now Derek Jeter, he definitely needs to have his number retired. Oh, yeah. Now, is that something? Now, the Yankees have retired a bunch of numbers over the years,
right?
And that's something that people are questioning. Is that what's too many? How many numbers can you retire before it's too? Because they've literally all the single digits are gone.
Yeah, they're gonna run out of numbers. They're gonna be like Curly from the Three Stooges and have question marks on their jerseys.
I know,
and hashtags.
right? or now it's gonna be triple numbers. It's gonna be he's number 101.
I want to see EMC squared tonight.
So then we got
this
is kind of hitting close to home. So Jason Giambi, West Covina, California native, is going to retire from the majors after 20 seasons. Wow. He's played for the Athletics. He's played for the Yankees. Then he went back to the A's. Then he went to the Rockies, and lastly with the Indians. So I was kind of wondering, Eric.
Yeah.
Fans of the Oakland A's,
right?
Are they known as athletic supporters?
I think they are. So you fans out there, get a whiff of that.
They have a whole section.
I know, right? They got a whole section of those
athletic supporters and Yankees. This guy's done it all.
Right, and that's another guy that kind of got a little PED scandal for a little bit too. But you know who wasn't involved with the PEDs that kind of trended this week? Hall of Famer and Chicago Cub legend Ernie Banks.
Ernie Banks.
So for those of you guys that don't know, Ernie Banks, he died earlier this year,
right?
January 23rd to be exact, at the age of 83. Unfortunately for Banks' family, the caretaker that was actually watching him, as he got sick, is the one who wound up with all the money.
But does he have his own family though?
Yes, he's got 2 twin sons that are now fighting in court to hopefully get their assets handed back to them.
You know what he calls his twin sons? Big Bank and Little Bank.
And they're hoping they hit the bank on this one.
They're hoping,
right?
And the fat one's name is Piggy Banks.
Piggy Banks, right? So
where's his daughter Tyra?
Here, you know what? Now that we're back on PEDs again. In MMA news, there's a bunch of fighters that just got busted for this stuff.
Someone's getting paid off these PEDs.
Somebody's got to be. Like, let me read off the name: Ashley Evans Smith and Hector Lombardo both tested positive for steroids. I think Ashley was trying to become Hector. I don't know. Maybe he's just taking
Bruce Jenner.
And then and then also right off, they're fresh off of their fight on UFC 183. Anderson Silva. Oh, man. He fails the second.
Twice, right?
Twice. That's his second drug test that he's failed. No, and then the guy that he beat, which is Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz was placed on temporary suspension for a little doobie-doo.
Oh, part of the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah,
that's
so
not really performance enhancing for an MMA fight, is it? I mean,
yeah, well, he lost, so he didn't perform well.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe it's for the pain.
I know, right? NFL news: the Packers cut Brandon Bostic this past week. He's the guy that messed up the onside kick during the NFC Championship game.
Oh, the one who missed it?
Yes.
I heard that Packer got packed up and left.
Yes, sir. Larry Fitzgerald, he agrees to a 2-year deal with the Arizona Cardinals, which is possibly he's going to retire with the Cardinals. Jameis Winston, I don't know if you guys have been watching the NFL Combine. Because they got the draft coming up in April. He did not look all that great. They said he might have an injury in his shoulder.
He ran slow.
He's a big dude, and he actually had to lose a little bit of weight. And he still looks fat. He kind of looks like Jamarcus Russell all of a sudden. You notice that?
Maybe he ate too many shrimp.
Some scrumps. So he's still. I don't know if he's still going to be projected number 1, but they were talking about the Tampa Bay Bucks might want to pick him up, which might be good. In ice hockey news, Shaye, who's number 1 right now? Who's got the best record?
Overall, the best record right now they're in actually the Western Conference Central Division is the Nashville Predators. They're in the top, followed right behind by the Anaheim Ducks. So they're trying to catch a Predator.
Nice.
Catch a Predator.
Nice. There's a website for that just in case. Yeah. Bring milk and cookies.
I'm not registered anymore.
In golfing news, Tiger Woods is out of the Honda Classic because his game isn't up to par, I guess. You know who's in the Honda Classic? Yours truly. Boom. I drive a 2002 Honda Accord, players. That's a Honda Classic.
Yeah. Maybe Tiger Woods is in the Honda Classic because his driver's not working.
His driver doesn't work at all.
And speaking of game up, not up to par, right here.
Nice. That's another guy that sucks.
That's why I had no Valentine date.
Nice.
That'll be your snack pack.
You should have been hanging out with Hope Solo, bro.
Yeah.
Did you hear about what happened with Hope Solo? She got suspended for a month because her husband was driving the team van and he got a DUI.
Nice.
So Hope Solo was hoping she was driving solo.
Yeah.
In NBA, in NCAA basketball news, Kentucky still undefeated, still number 1.
Nice.
In the women's side, UConn, South Carolina, Baylor, Notre Dame, and Maryland wrap up the top 5. So there's a lot of stuff. We got March Madness coming up. That's another thing that we're gonna have to discuss.
That's gonna be a great
so
one.
we got a lot of stuff that we covered this week as far as the hot topics, and we're gonna keep moving on. So we're gonna move on to our next segment over here. We're going to go talk about NASCAR because that's what's going on right now at this moment. So let's go ahead and end this segment, and let's go ahead and hit for the round and round in NASCAR. Go ahead and hit it, Drac. That's all they do is just go round and round in one big circle, and they get paid money to do it. That's crazy.
That's donuts.
Daytona 500 was scheduled today, and first of all, throughout the week, there's been a lot of drama that kind of went with it. So first of all, Jeff Gordon won the pole. So back in the day, remember back in the day when he had that rainbow car, and they called him the Rainbow Warrior? That's kind of weird because they Rainbow Warrior wins pole. That sounds like something like in West Hollywood or something.
I think it's a new movie that they're playing out
right?
there.
The last pole sitter to win the Daytona 500 was Dale Jarrett back in 2000, and obviously that streak still continues because he didn't win it this year either.
Nice.
So do you know who won the Daytona 500, Shay?
I think Logano won it.
Joey
Logano
Logano
won it.
I was watching it this morning. It was on earlier.
Yeah,
I was actually catching some.
Really good race. So number 20. He's a very young cat.
He's the second youngest guy to win it. I think
he's in his 20s, right?
24. I think there was
Wow.
only one guy before him that won it, and that was 20 years old. So yeah, second youngest in NASCAR history to win the big race.
Yeah, and they had a lot of issues. Going into a bunch of fights going into the Daytona 500. There's a lot of suspensions also going on. So I don't know if you heard about this, Eric, but Kurt Busch, he is actually out suspended indefinitely because for this is the way the NASCAR put it, for actions detrimental to stock car racing.
Man,
so
that Busch didn't get the pole then.
No, that Busch, he got a different kind of a pole because a judge had ruled, and this was funny. He ruled that he almost surely, that's what it's quotes, almost surely choked and beat a former girlfriend last fall.
Whoa.
No.
Yeah, the only one who got a fall was her. She got a fall. So allegedly, I wasn't there. I didn't see it. None of you guys saw it, but allegedly, he choked and slammed her head into a motorhome. That sounds like an everyday occurrence in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I mean,
why would he destroy his house property though?
I know, right? Like you just diminish your own value of your house, right?
No, you can't drive it off the lot.
Right? Did you got anything to add to that, Shay?
Oh, also, his brother's also in trouble as far as he got into a crash, right?
Oh, Kyle Busch.
He broke his leg. He broke his leg on one of the qualifying.
He broke not only did he break his right leg, but he also broke his left foot.
Yeah.
And and in one of the crashes at Daytona at the track during the Xfinity series, he'll miss the Daytona. He missed it today. Obviously, he wasn't there because he's got the broken leg. So he missed the Daytona 500, but he sure was on point when he hit that wall.
Oh yeah.
So he took Daytona with him somehow. So
it's not a bad time for the Bushes, right?
Right. Yeah. Right now is not a good time to be in the bush.
Yeah, that was in the 70s when the Bushes were popular.
That's when it was okay. Danica Patrick was in the news heavily.
Speaking of Bush.
Right. Speaking of Bush, Danica Patrick, she was angry and talking about Kevin Harvick because he was riding her too close and making her crash.
Yeah.
You know what Kevin Harvick said?
He was doing like Axel Foley, putting the banana in the tailpipe.
There you go. And apparently that causes accidents.
Yeah, he just defended himself and told her, "Hey, you're too loose. There's nothing I can do to tighten you up."
Not even the lug nuts.
Yeah.
Apparently, GoDaddy, must have got it good because that loosened her up big time.
He's like, GoDaddy.
GoDaddy.com. Nice. So there's a lot of stuff that went on with NASCAR, and then now that's officially the beginning of the NASCAR series, obviously. So, and that's that as the races come along, we're gonna come up with some other good little segments about it. But so we're gonna keep in touch with that, and let's keep moving on to the next segment because we're gonna talk about the birthdays of the week. So let's go ahead and hit it, Drac.
We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a fuck, it's not your birthday.
Ooh, did he say the F word? Nice. Yeah. That was awesome. So, yeah, we got athlete birthdays of the week for September 22nd through the 28th. Eric, go ahead, take it away. Let's see whose birthday it is.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of birthdays this week, and a lot of good people. Let me start with today, the 22nd. We got Dr. J's turning 65 today.
Nice.
And I'm glad he didn't go into proctology. We also got VJ Singh, the pro golfer, is also celebrating a birthday today, along with Chris Dudley, former NBA center.
Oh, yeah, the best free throw shooter.
Yeah, I was just going to say the best free throw shooter in history. Not. We also got Jason Williams, the former center of the New Jersey Nets, Mr. 187.
Yeah, he shot his housekeeper, isn't that?
He shot his house. Yeah, it is that guy. And also celebrating. Remember this NBA player, Shaye? I like his name, Adam Keefe.
Yeah, he was ahead of his time with that.
He was ahead of his time.
Shout out to Nick Diaz because I'm pretty sure he knows.
He sure knows who he is. And also Michael Chang celebrating a birthday today.
Michael Chang, what sport was that?
He was tennis.
I remember. Yeah.
I almost said golf. I don't know why.
Was he had the small corduroy shorts?
Yes.
Why do you remember that, dude?
Yeah, I watched tennis.
Apparently we're watching tennis.
And their wardrobe.
I know. I guess he loves to bounce the tennis balls around. Okay, good for you, Shaye.
Don't grab his racket. On the 23rd, we got former wide receiver Fred Belindikoff. He's gonna be celebrating a birthday as well.
Belindikoff with the sticky hands.
Yes.
I have used that many times at parties. It works on the ladies all the time. Sticky hands. Fellas.
It's when I have alone time I get the sticky hands. So also on the Twitter, which you can't even open them. So what's the difference? Also celebrating our birthday on the 23rd. 23rd is Ed Tutal Jones. Speaking of turds. And Bobby Bonilla is also going to celebrate a birthday on the 23rd. On the 24th, we got a former ball player, Honus Wagner. Today he would have been 141, actually. And Eddie Murray's also going to celebrate a birthday on the 24th.
And Eddie Murray looks like he's 141.
Yeah, minus the Jerry curl. Also, on the 24th, we're talking about Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's going to be celebrating a birthday.
Oh, so happy birthday by signing an awesome contract where you're going to make even more boatloads of money.
Nice present
to himself. On the 25th, we got two sportscasters. We got Billy Packer and James Brown going to celebrate a birthday.
I love James Brown. I think
JB.
He's right there on the CBS network. JB he leads that pack. Of all those dudes, he commands a lot of respect. Happy birthday to James
Packer
Brown.
Then.
Right.
Awesome, dude. Actually, Shaye likes his initials backwards. JB's.
BJ Singh. No. Isn't that something else? Anyways.
Kurt Rambis is also going to celebrate a birthday on that day. And remember quarterback Don Majkowski, the Magic Man?
Yes.
He's going to be celebrating a birthday on the 25th. And
for some reason, the Magic Man, I thought he disappeared this whole time. That's crazy.
Poof. And he's gone. And Samaki Walker is also going to celebrate a birthday on the 25th. On the 26th.
Is he in the Hall of Fame yet, by the way?
Who?
Samaki Walker.
For the best pimped out suit on draft day. That's what he got.
That's funny.
On the 26th, we got Rolando Blackman celebrating a birthday. He played for the Mavericks. They were just on the news. JT Snow is also going to be celebrating a birthday.
With the Angels.
For the Angels and the Giants, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And Marshall Faulk on the 26th.
Wait up. You said Marshall who?
Marshall Faulk.
Oh, like Meet the Falkers?
Meet the Falkers, okay. The Falkers.
Honestly, even though I'm not a big fan of the Rams, great player.
Oh, you got to
San Diego State, he was phenomenal.
That's like Barry Sanders.
Absolutely.
You don't like the Lions, but give credit.
But you love Barry Sanders.
I always picked him in Tecmo Bowl.
Marshall Falk. Yeah, he's
and if you stub your toe, you can say Marshall Falk.
Because of the AstroTurf.
Yeah, no, right?
On the 27th, we got James Worthy celebrating a birthday. You remember him? He was on the news when he got busted with a prostitute back in the 80s. You remember that? That was so awesome.
I can't wait till we get to that week in sports history.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hurry up.
It was during a playoff game, I believe, too. That was great.
He was awesome. We also got Loy Vaught going to celebrate a birthday. Tony Gonzalez and Deuce Staley, the former NFL running back.
He played for the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, the Gamecocks. Actually, there's a rumor saying that he's gonna go back to his alma mater, South Carolina, and they're doing some sort of an event where they're giving out lollipops to all the fans that day. Yeah, I think they're gonna be called Gamecock suckers. So definitely, let's get all it's combined with stripper night. And rounding off birthdays on the 28th, we got Mario Andretti. He's going to be celebrating a birthday. Bubba Smith celebrating a birthday. Hightower from Police Academy.
Police Academy. Those are my favorite movies.
And then this was for you, Shaye. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat going to celebrate a birthday.
From the back when it was still WWF.
Yes. And rounding out the last two birthdays for the 28th is Eric Lindros from the NHL, from the Flyers. And Tayshaun Prince, Mr. Peanut.
Mr. Going back to Detroit.
Going back to Detroit. I don't know. The economy sucks there. Why would you?
Nice, right?
Maybe you got a Cadillac out of it.
Yeah, so from the Bsidesports Show, happy birthday to all of you, except for the one that turned 141 and passed away. But
41, but we celebrate for you in honors.
I know, right?
Celebrate for you.
Right, good job, Eric. Good job. Thank you for bringing us our athlete birthdays of the week. Don't forget, everybody, you guys can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Bsidesports Show. And if you guys want to send us an email, bsidesportsshow@gmail.com. And don't forget to listen to all our friends over at the bsideshow.net. So, so that was our athlete birthday of the week. Let's go into one of my favorite segments that I like to get into. We're going to go into talk about who's in trouble. Let's go ahead and hit it, Drac. I like the way how the sound effect is the door slamming. Like,
that's awesome. Makes me feel like where I don't want to be.
It's like, oh man. So
learn from these.
And unfortunately now there's a lot of dudes that have been to some trouble. So Shaye, let's go ahead. Let's find out who's in trouble this week.
Actually, I'll start out with it's actually some fans that are in trouble. Fans of Chelsea from the English Premier League soccer.
Or
I'm sorry, football. It's
okay,
football
so you're talking about the soccer hooligans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, the hooligans.
So a group of them after a match in France, there was a metro train they were on. And they were saying this racist chants, and it wasn't very clever. It was just basically, we are racist, or something clever like that. But
we hate everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. That was the gist of what they were saying.
With an English accent, we hate everybody. Screw you.
And so there was a black man tried to enter the bus, and they kept pushing him off. They didn't allow him on the bus, and the bus ended up leaving. So
didn't they know, like a long time ago, we solved that issue where black people
because Sam was in the news.
And this is happening in France, so I mean,
and there's a lot of black people in France. I
that's what I didn't know that happened.
There's a lot of, especially if you look at the black soccer players, they're all black. Yeah. So crazy.
Well, anyway, one of them was actually identified on the video, Josh Parsons. His family spoke up for him, and they called him a lovely boy who has never been in trouble. I think we've heard that.
Except for saying the N-word once in a while. Whatever.
He may be a little racist, but he's such a good boy. He's a wanker. He's
a little wanker.
He's a wanker.
He's never said anything except for the N-word a couple times.
It sucks because he says he hates racism and black people.
Yeah, I think that was Scottish, wasn't it?
That was, I don't know. Whatever, bro. Don't judge. Don't judge. If
now you're the racist.
Now you're racist. I know. Whatever.
Hooligan.
Whatever, you hooligan. Get out of here. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay. All right. So we also got a former. We were just talking about WWF formerly, but now WWE. Former superstar CM Punk. He's being sued by a ringside doctor for something that he said about him. Basically, falsely accusing him. What he claimed was he repeatedly and falsely impugned his integrity. He's seeking $1 million.
Wait up. Okay, now he's being false.
He's being falsely impugned.
Impugned when he should be, when he's falsely fighting.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he went on a podcast actually and started just letting this doctor have it, saying that all this stuff.
So
he didn't check me out right.
So CM Punk is trying to punk.
Yeah,
He's trying to punk the other guy.
Yeah, so and it's from something he said
Punk
on a
ass.
podcast. So,
Oh, punk bitch.
and it's from a podcast, so you guys be careful. Let's not get each other sued. So you know,
Oh,
we gotta watch
okay.
what we say here.
Lucky I'm not a punk.
I know, right?
Oh, and then also speaking of the South Carolina Gamecocks again.
Yeah.
They seem to be in the news a lot. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know why.
One of their signees on signing day, Shameik Blackshear, he was arrested at his school in Texas for petty larceny.
He's a high school student.
He's still in high school, but he was signed to this team, to the South Carolina Gamecocks. So he already has it. You know, he's set. He's signed. He's got his scholarship, but he messed it up early. He's still trying to graduate. Petty larceny. He stole a purse and a safe.
So he's gonna be playing for the Gamecocks.
Yep.
And what did he get busted for?
Stealing a purse and a safe, totaling $1,400.
So they're gonna call it Peter larceny.
Yeah,
So the Gamecocks.
he may not get a chance to be a Gamecock.
He's a Gamecock thief.
Damn.
So his Gamecock is gonna go down.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy
Exactly.
high school students.
Crazy. And then also, here's a guy that's a freshman at Stanford, Brock Turner. He's a swimmer.
I heard about this.
Yeah, he raped a woman while intoxicated and unconscious.
That sounds like
using a
my
toothpick.
Thursday night, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, see, I
Did-
mean,
That sounds like
And-
my last Sunday, except I was on the receiving end of that one. That's
Oh,
crazy.
nice.
Don't even
And-
ask me how that happened.
And what sport
yeah.
does he play?
he's a swimmer. He's
So
actually a
did he
swimmer.
do this on a waterbed?
I believe so. He went
He was
swimming.
practicing. He was trying to give her the breaststroke. He was
was
giving her the
swimming in it.
breaststroke, and maybe went down a little bit of butterfly in there, and then he went freestyle, bro. He just went freestyle.
He went freestyle. That's nice.
Nice.
That means he wore nothing.
Also, another college guy from BYU, Charles West. He could face 10 years, 5 counts, or aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and they throw in there, of course, and marijuana possession.
While we're at it, might as well just sneak
and
in.
marijuana possession.
Huh. He was hanging out with the MMA fighter guy,
Yeah, so,
Nick Diaz.
Nick Diaz.
Shout out to Nick Diaz
So,
again.
Again.
Yeah, so they say he sexually assaulted a woman. He actually contacted this woman off some website where it was a foot fetish dominatrix website that he found, and then I guess somebody had come home, and so he took.
Oh,
her to the
somebody came
garage.
home that night.
Yeah, somebody came out. Yeah. And so he moves her to the garage with a kitchen knife, and apparently he put the kitchen knife to her neck and threatened her. I guess he just wanted it for free. I guess maybe I don't
Well,
know.
who wouldn't want it for free?
Maybe it wasn't worth it after she told him the price. He's like, "What?" He
I
pulled
know.
out the kitchen
And
knife.
brought
I
out the
don't know.
Ginsu right away.
Okay, and I think. Oh, and speaking of the one more thing about it, the Bush thing, I had heard that somebody actually had spray painted on his garage stall, number 81, Ray Rice. Yeah. So they actually go out there and do the tagging stuff out there.
Who still hits women these days? How idiotic do you gotta be?
Yeah.
These days?
Yeah.
So once again, that's who's in trouble this week, and there's a whole bunch. So you know what? All you guys that are in high school, pay attention because you see these guys in the pros. They're messing up too. So good stuff, Shaye.
Yeah,
So that's another next week. We'll probably have Eric run the who's in trouble. So once again, you guys are listening to the Bsidesports show. I'm your host, Ralph Figueroa. We got Eric J and Shaye Whitey. So don't forget to follow us on all our social media at Bsidesports Show. So great stuff. We're gonna move on to the next segment, which we got this week in sports history. Go ahead, hit it, Drac.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time. Sometimes you get up.
Nice. I like that funky little song. It's funky.
That's why
'Cause
it's a good intro for us.
Yeah,
man.
it's sports history. It's like, I don't even know why I wanted to take off my pants all of a sudden. It's crazy.
Troglodytes.
Yeah. so this week in sports history,
Yes.
over here at the B-Side Sports Show, and this is covering this week of February 22nd through the 28th. So
Right.
Eric, what do you got?
So we got a lot of stuff that's gone on in the past, in history right here. So we're going to start off in 1860, take you back in that time. The 1860 is the first time organized baseball is played in San Francisco for the first time. So imagine going up to a group of guys in San Francisco and be like, hey, I got these balls and this bat. Let's get in the field and play a little.
And what they say, yeah,
Yeah, I'm game.
yeah,
I'm Gamecock.
I know, right? Where's the drum?
drum,
Anyways.
In 1924, Marie Boyd scores 156 points in a high school game in Maryland, and the final score was 163-3. So
What sport was this?
this is in basketball. scored 156
Was
points.
was this like against handicapped children? Or?
I don't know. It was good for the first couple of quarters, and then the wheels fell off.
I know.
Actually,
She played till the wheels fell off.
This is an impersonation of Marie Boyd's teammate. Marie, I'm open.
I'm right here underneath the basket. Hey,
You got 4 around you.
there's more people on the team, huh? There's no I in team, but apparently there's a me. Whatever.
In 1935, Yankees released Babe Ruth, and he signed with the Boston Braves. So that was pretty cool. You know, they got rid of that guy. They got a lot of salary cap open with that guy.
But
He drank.
but at the end of the day,
Yeah,
guess
he
what?
actually ended up his career being a coach for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yes, a lot of people don't know
A lot
that.
of people don't know that. So in 1940, the first televised basketball game was against the University of Pittsburgh. And they beat Fordham 50-37. So that was pretty interesting. In 1957, Buddy Holly records "That'll Be the Day." Now, I thought I had no relation to sports until I realized that his bandmates are called the Crickets.
Oh, snuck one in there.
Snuck one in there. That's what they told me in prison. In 1962, Wilt Chamberlain sets the NBA record with 34 free throw attempts. He was kind of like the Shaq back in the day. They're
Yeah.
always hacking them and stuff like
The
that.
Hack-a-Wilt.
The Hack-a-Wilt. That doesn't sound...
No.
No.
We'll have to come up with one.
Yeah, the Killer Wilt.
The Killer Wilt.
Killer Wilt. In 1964, Muhammad Ali, he TKO Sonny Liston to win his first heavyweight championship. So that was when he went Cassius Clay.
That happened this week in sports
This
history?
week in sports history, 1960. If I'm gonna name him Clay, I'm gonna call him Clay. In 1980, bro, this one's an awesome one. USA beats the Russian hockey team 43 on the Miracle on Ice.
That is one. There's actually a documentary floating around right now regarding that. So if you guys, want to get some more information or whatever, hit us up at Bsidesports Show and let us know what you think about the Miracle on Ice. That happened a long time ago.
Yeah, and
1980.
real quick, they just had a reunion with the entire team just this last weekend. They all got together and did like a little tribute at the arena in Lake Placid.
At Lake Placid, that's where it happened. Isn't that what it happened? Isn't there a movie called Lake Placid?
It's called
Isn't that the one?
Miracle with Kurt Russell.
Oh yeah, but they got the new the new documentary that's out.
Oh,
so
the
I
documentary.
think it's on one of the 30 for 30s or whatever. So man,
that's our
crazy.
Emilio Estevez
As
as the coach.
No, those are the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, the Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks.
I gotta get mine. In 1985, University of Indiana basketball coach Bobby Knight tosses the chair onto the court. Nice.
Yes.
And it's not the only thing he tosses, apparently.
Salads as well. I don't know. Who knows?
In 1987, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scores his 36,000th point. In 88, Chicago gives Cubs the okay to install lights, but they're only limited to 18 night games in Chicago. Yeah, they were like the last stadium to have lights installed. They wanted to keep it OG.
This is for the Chicago Cubs.
The Chicago
have you
Cubs.
guys ever been to Wrigley Field?
No,
It's
never.
like it's right in the middle of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's totally crazy. People don't even buy the tickets. They just go
Yeah,
on the
you can-
roof and
you
they
can
watch.
see him on their balconies.
Yeah,
on their
that's
roofs watching,
crazy.
yeah.
So is that where Banks at?
That's where he was. Well, let me tell you that those people that live there are making bank off of the parking situation. I'll tell you that.
Nice. I'd like to go there one day. In 1991, this was a funny trio. Bruce McNall, Wayne Gretzky, and John Candy, they buy the CFL's Toronto Argonauts.
Ooh.
Yeah, the three of them. So unfortunately, none of them.
Didn't who was the guy from Notre Dame that played for the Argonauts? Remember?
That was the Rocket.
The Rocket. Rocket Ishmael. Rocket Ishmael.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know that.
He played there for a while.
Yeah, he played. He was. I think that was part of what enticed him is they were going to give him some of the team or something like that. So
Really?
yeah, it was something like that. So
And to round it off, in 94, the Cleveland Indians owner, Richard Jacobs, he announces that he's going to pay $10 million out of his own pocket to rename the baseball field after him, called Jacobs Field. So I think that's kind of an ego trip move, don't you think?
a little bit.
Richard Jacobs, he's living up to his first name as a dick.
Oh, yeah.
So, and in 1998, Mark Messier becomes the fourth NHL player to score 1,600 points. So kudos to Mark Messier. And that's my roundup. on This Week in Sports History.
Wow, that's some good
Dope.
stuff,
Good stuff,
man.
man.
Yeah. So
Thank
once
you.
again, so next week we'll probably have Shaye do it because I like how we guys we swap back and forth between. You guys are crossing streams. How awesome is that?
That's
Doink,
a whole.
doink.
That's a whole different show.
That's a whole
Different
okay.
topic.
So
Doink,
once again, everybody, don't forget you guys are tuning into the B-Side Sports Show. Don't forget to hit us up at B-Side Sports Show on all our social media and bsidesportshow@gmail.com, and of course bsideshow.net, where you can find all our other brothers and sisters on this one awesome channel, this network. So man, great stuff. So let's go into a new segment that we're going to introduce this week called Sports News Real or Fake. Let's go ahead and hit it, Drac. Wow, I felt like I was on the Channel 11 News all of a sudden. That's crazy. Sports news, real or fake? Shaye, what you got on that, bro?
Okay, so I just got some stories. I'm gonna run them down real quick. There's 4 of them. 3 of them are real news. One of them I just made it up. So after I run them down real quick, you guys can just kind of decide which one you think.
So this is going to be basically a trivia game.
Yeah.
So we got to figure out which one. So you got 4 stories for us, right?
Yes.
And one of them is
It's
fake,
just made up. Yeah.
but the other 3 are real.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay. So first, this is some mixed martial arts news. I can't say MMA.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Say mama. Say mama.
Apparently, he's been doing some marijuana too. Blah, 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 blah.
Shout out to
Okay,
Nick Diaz.
Yeah, Nick Diaz. We'll see you later, bro.
Pass the J.
So on the undercard of an M1 event in Russia, actually one of the fights pitted a Russian guy against an American guy, and they were actually in full armor with swords and a shield. With the regular MMA rules, the only rule was that you couldn't impale with the sword. Basically.
Wow.
You couldn't
Wow.
impale each other with the sword. But
Okay.
that took place on the undercard.
But
of
you
an
can
M1
impale
event.
after you're out of the suit.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just
exactly.
kidding. I just asking because they have female fans. Just asking.
Okay. So the next one, this is in Pocatello, Idaho.
In where?
Pocatello. Oh, poke my what?
Pocatello.
Pocatello.
Pocatello, Idaho.
That's where you can find
Pocatello.
Pocahontas.
Idaho,
That's probably how they say it.
Idaho, Idaho. How about that?
Idaho.
Idaho. You said Idaho.
Where does the potato fit in here?
I don't know.
So anyway, at the 29th annual Jimmy Dawson Memorial Pool
Who,
Tournament.
Jimmy?
Jimmy Dawson.
Jimmy Dawson.
You know him?
I just played pool with him.
Nice.
Okay, yeah,
I
so-
know. I watched Dawson's Creek. I don't know.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
going.
Pocket pool.
So at the pool tournament, all the top players from the area, it's held every year. It's the 29th annual. Josh Smith wins, and he actually dislocated his shoulder in an accident on a trick shot that he tried at the end.
Playing what?
Yeah, playing pool.
Playing pool. What kind of
A pool
pool?
tournament? 8-ball.
8-ball. You know
Yeah.
what? I've known many of people who've injured themselves doing 8-balls
ball,
too.
yeah.
That's
It
crazy.
takes 4 guys.
Shout out to
play.
Moreno Valley, California. Okay. Anywho.
Drug, yep. Yeah, so he first won it at the age of 17. He's been in it for 10 years, but I'm thinking the age is finally catching up to him because he dislocated his shoulder.
Right.
So,
Nice.
got to work out, you pool players. Okay, and the next one. Okay, what we got? Oh, Jose Canseco.
Oh, yes.
He's always in the news. So anyway, he was auctioning off his middle finger, and a gun that he was cleaning on eBay. He actually shot his finger off while he was cleaning a gun, and then he had it reattached. But then it fell off in a poker tournament.
That's kind of ironic because
His middle finger fell off
middle
during the
finger
poker
fell
tournament.
off
in a
Because
poker
he was trying to poker. He was trying to poker face. Is that what it was with the
well, I
middle
think
finger?
it's ironic because here's Canseco fingering out all these cats with
Yeah.
PEDs and
And
he
then he
loses
loses the
his
finger.
appendage and
Ugh.
stuff like that.
So anyway, eBay's policy is they do not allow to sell body parts on eBay. I didn't know that. I didn't look into the laws yet. I'm glad I
Well,
know that
in
now.
case,
You know.
shout out to Lorena Bobbitt who
Yeah,
wanted to
just-
sell some
exactly.
Well, it's funny
items.
because I think he puts more use to the finger now than his wood.
Yeah.
Canseco.
Yeah. So anyway, they don't sell
Está
allow
seco.
firearms or remains unless it's hair, skulls, or skeletons.
Wow.
So you
Okay.
can't sell that on eBay. So I'm gonna look into that.
Okay, so all right, that's
skeletons
story
laying down.
number 3. What about number 4?
Okay, number 4. This is in New York. There's actually a dwarf basketball league, and there's a player by the name of Jamani Swanson of the New York Towers Dwarf Basketball League. He's actually considered the Michael Jordan of dwarf basketball. He's 4'5". He says he specializes in defense, and he doesn't just shoot. He likes to drive in.
He's
and
the
take it to the hole.
dwarf Michael Jordan.
The dwarf
So if
Michael
he was a
Jordan.
little bit taller,
He'd be a baller, right?
He'd be a baller.
If he had a girl that looked good, he would call her.
Maybe we get Silly Rabbit with the bat.
Yeah, and a 6'4" Impala. He says if he was 5'1", he would be the best.
But that's something that he wishes.
That's funny, you know, right?
he wishes, so he could get with Leoshi.
The Michael Jordan of dwarf basketball.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Okay, so let's do a recap. Let's do story number 1 is MMA with full on.
Yep. It was one match of the undercard on an M1 event. It was full on armor, shield.
Like knights and stuff like that. Like okay. All right. Story number 2 is
the pool tournament. Josh Smith dislocates his shoulder, but he wins the tournament.
But he wins after doing an 8-ball, so apparently. No. Yeah. Oh, he was playing 8-ball. He was playing.
Right.
He was playing.
Yeah.
Story number 3 is Canseco.
Jose Canseco shoots his finger off, reattaches it, and it falls off on the poker table, and he tried to sell it on eBay.
It sells it on eBay. And story number 4?
That there's a dwarf basketball league with a team called the New York Towers, and Jamani Swanson claims to be the Michael Jordan.
Eric, which one is fake?
I gotta go with the jousting event in the beginning, the M1 fight. I gotta go with that.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Canseco. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see him shoot himself. Shaye, which one is the fake story?
The one I made up was the pool tournament. Nobody did.
You tell me Canseco really shot off his finger?
Yeah, he really shot off his finger. The only thing he did claim that the poker table thing was a hoax. But he did shoot his finger out. He did try to sell it on eBay.
Oh my goodness,
I thought you were lying about the midget ones. I thought you were gonna be a little liar.
That is crazy, dude.
And the MMA thing is real. There's actually, it was part of a separate event that they have. It's some kind of a medieval competition where it's they have tournaments. They have actual tournaments. They have them in Spain.
And it's a dinner event at the end of everything too. Just
do they serve chicken? You got to eat with your hands.
Call them under wench.
But they do end up with real injuries though.
This is a great segment. Sports news, real or fake. I like that, Shaye. That's a really great stuff, man. So once again, this is going to be maybe something we can reintroduce every so often because I think Shaye did a great job on this. So we're going to get out of this segment and we're going to bring in our special guest if you guys are ready. So Drac, let's go ahead and hit it because we're going to bring in our special guest right now. Nice. We want to welcome one of our good friends, and he's also one of our mentors because at the end of the day, this is one of the guys that's been here for a long time. I want you guys to give a quick little round of applause to our boy Rabbit, everybody.
Yay!
Nice.
Fuck you, Rabbit.
I know. Thanks for the warm welcome, even hand claps and everything.
That's fun.
Well, that's the only time you're gonna get the clap. I hope.
I know, right?
Hey, I came into all this talk about Bush and Cox, man. I didn't know if I was at the right show.
Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Oh,
shirts are optional.
And
I know,
Bush,
right?
And a lot of Bush. And
Yeah, we had a lot of crazy stuff that we're discussing today.
80s
man.
pornos and all that.
So Rabbit, tell us a little bit about yourself. What is it that you do?
I'm one of the hosts for B-Side Show. We've been doing it for 4 years now. Every Monday night. It's now moved to 9 p.m. But most consistent internet show, man. Live every Monday.
You guys have been doing it for a little while.
Yeah,
now.
4 years, 4.5 almost, and consistent every Monday. I think in 4 years we missed like 4 shows. At average, we miss like 1 a year.
Do you guys take like holidays off by any chance, like Martin Luther King or any of those Groundhog Day?
So we don't even get holidays off sometimes, man.
Man, you guys got slaved.
Drac Spelling has us.
Okay.
Shouts out to Drac Spelling.
Yeah, he's doing our sound today, so thanks for Drac.
So don't talk too much
I know.
crap. It'll cut you off.
You sound like Zap.
I know, right?
Cut you off right
Come on,
now.
say computer love now.
Hey, I wanted to say though, welcome aboard, man. As part of the B-Side channel, man, B-Side Sports Show. You guys are doing your thing. People are tuning in and following, and I like to see that. And the show is funny, man. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
The comic element with Ralph, and then these guys are pretty funny too, man, in their own right.
Oh yeah, they're hilarious,
And there's
man.
a connection with Shaye, right?
Yeah, is there a little connection?
We're Siamese twins, disconnected at birth.
I see.
They shared one umbilical cord.
Yeah.
They left hanging there like.
That's why they're both so skinny, dude.
You're a hoofy too.
We were connected from the stomachs.
He actually taught me English.
During Spanish class.
I know.
How
That's
ironic.
funny. That is hilarious, dude.
Shaye Whitey, yeah, he only knew Spanish when he was born.
He was born in Malaysia.
He's one of the kids on the commercials. Hey, man, hey, man, but you guys are doing your thing over here today.
Yeah, man, we appreciate
that.
You know, we're trying to follow in the footsteps of a great show, the bsideshow.net.
Yeah.
So you guys tune in. Obviously, we're on the B-Side channel, and we're all one big family. So you guys can find us on bsideshow.net.
We recently, I didn't get to mention too, K-Day's own Cici the Mamacita. She's now our new co-host on the show. So
That's a
it's
great
been
Shout
working
out to
out
her.
for
Yeah.
about half a year now.
What's up,
So it's
CC?
been working out real good. We got a lot of new guests coming on, and the show's expanding, and our audio, obviously our video's gotten better. We're high def now, so that's a good thing. And one more thing I wanted to mention, on our site too, we'll be putting up links like between what you got going on and what we do. People that want to do something on the weekends, during the week, you just go to our site. You'll find something to do.
Yeah,
like,
so you guys got like we're gonna put up like a little calendar section, right?
yeah.
Because there's all kinds of events that we're all doing, you know, because we all, you know, we come together, but then we live separate lives too, and obviously these guys are probably one of the hardest working dudes. And I see on Friday you guys were out and about in Pasadena.
Yeah, I hosted a show at the Terrace in Pasadena. It was
Relevance
real good,
5.
and it was for the Relevance 5. Shouts to Crazy Race, but it was for a good cause. Like
Nice.
he throws these events to support homeless youth in LA. So I'm always glad to be a part of it. But you know, I did it for free. I volunteered my time because it's for a good cause. But they got me on some drinks, so you know, I had a good time, man.
Nice.
I don't know what time I woke up yesterday. So
Why'd you wake up in my bed? That's what I want to know, bro. What's up with that, dude?
and why did Eric had his pants on like crisscross for some reason?
We're
I
like
don't know.
head to toe.
Hey, it happens. It happens.
So Rabbit, so you obviously, besides the B-Side show, I know you're a big time sports fanatic.
Oh yeah, I like sports.
I know you like basketball. I know you're.
I don't
an
get
avid,
to watch as much as I used to, but I am a sports fan.
Okay,
yeah.
what's your favorite team?
Oh yeah, Lakers.
Lakers
You know,
all
I know
day.
they're having a sad year, but it's you know,
Well,
I'm
okay,
no
so-
bandwagon jumper.
So if you were Byron Scott, what would you do?
Probably quit and run away. No, I'm just kidding.
I would get the high top fade back.
No, first thing I would do if I was him is trim that walrus mustache, and then I'd go from there. I think that would be a first.
So what's your honest opinion on Kobe though? Like,
Well, you know, here's the thing. The first thing I think is Kobe definitely, if he wants to play another year past this current one that he signed for, needs to take a pay cut, bro. Because if he wants the team to be better, how can they pay anybody when he's making all the money? You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
I think that, and I think he does want to play a couple more years. And then with him coming back and Julius Randle, which was a bright spot until he got hurt the first game of the season, and then they got a couple draft picks they're going to get this year too. So
Right.
I'm always positive. I thought they were going to do good this year, but that's just me being. We're Raider fans, so you know what I'm talking about.
I know.
It's like wait till next year, guys.
We've been
telling
saying
you.
that for like the last 20 years, dude.
Yeah,
It's
we
sad.
gotta keep hope alive. We
It's
need Jesse
sad.
Jackson on our team.
I mean, we have faith, but Jesus.
Yeah,
When I was a baby, when I first learned of the Raiders, my dad would tell me, "This is the team that's going to win next year. So make sure that you're a fan of this team." And ever since, I've been a fan. So I'm waiting.
And I know, right?
and that's why he acts immature, because he hasn't.
He's still waiting.
Still waiting.
So what other kind of sports are you into, Rabbit?
I like football, baseball,
What's your favorite baseball team?
MMA. I try to keep up on some
Okay.
MMA too. but
What about boxing? You like boxing?
yeah, but I'm more into MMA than boxing.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
And some of it is, and this is controversial maybe to some people, but some of it is, I think a lot of it, some fixings going on sometimes. I just think MMA, for the most part, still has that purity of the sport to it. I'm sure they'll get there where they start buying.
Aside from all the steroid use, that's why.
yeah.
But
And marijuana.
But see, like the marijuana thing. Look, I don't. You know, there's a lot of studies that are going on, especially with the NFL and their concussions, and they're finding that some of it is the medical marijuana, not just, hey, let me go hang out with my homies kind of stuff, you know. But the medical marijuana is supposed to help, and especially with these MMA fighters,
Yeah, they need
you know,
that.
I think they should have a little bit of leeway. Like, okay, you know, you
would think.
you got like a 2-joint minimum or maximum or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And not 2 joints in the morning and 2 joints in the afternoon.
So something short term,
You know what?
unless he forgets.
Unless he forgets, which might happen anyways. But
Hey, Shaye. Ding.
hey, dude, you know
Marijuana
what?
affects the memory.
I just want to say something, Rabbit. Thank you for coming
Yeah,
out
yeah.
last Sunday to the show.
Oh, wow. That was a great show, dude.
So for those of you guys, last Sunday we recorded here, and at night I had my birthday show at the Ice House in Pasadena, and
that?
and it was, you know what,
It was
Shaye,
great.
Shaye
That was great.
and Rabbit were both there.
Big
Homie
Gene.
Duke Diggler.
Big Gene. Was,
Yeah, Big Gene was
yeah,
there.
yeah. And here's what I was telling you off air, Ralph, is and actually, you know, we've hung out, we've done things, we do business, we're here with the show, but that was the first live show I got to catch, and I'm glad I caught that one because that was great, bro. Like the freestyle you guys did, I compared it to hip hop freestyle.
Right.
You and DJ Cooch, right?
Yes, DJ Cooch. Shout out to my boy.
Oh man, you guys killed it with that. They literally, for those that couldn't make it, did a freestyle comedy session between the two of them, going back and forth off of each other. The crowd was dying, bro. It was hilarious.
It was one of those moments. It's just you know what I mean.
Yeah. When you missed it, too bad.
Yeah, it's there's a couple little YouTube clips. If you YouTube Ralph Figueroa comedian, you might be able to find it on YouTube. There's a couple little snippets, and we were singing. Yeah, little snippets,
right there, the glue.
tidbits and snippets.
Just a tip.
I know, right? It's I don't know. Maybe we're not circumcised. We got snippets. We
Shouts
need
out
snippets.
to all the Jews.
I know, right? But we had such a good time at that show, and you know, to see, you know, our family at the B-side, you know, they're supporting each other. It was pretty dope. So I wanna personally thank you here on the show for being there, man. So we all had a good time, and the cool thing is now we get to embrace the sports arena of and you get to hear us talking about for some reason, I don't know how you feel about this, but it seems like a lot of trending topic that we keep bringing up is the South Carolina Gamecocks. I don't know, it's kind of weird, bro.
It's like it's a random occurrence that happens every week.
Yeah, yeah. It happens accidentally on purpose.
How does it happen?
Yes. Accidentally on purpose. That's
Gamecocks keep falling on our lap,
and sometimes in our faces. Whatever. It's really crazy.
So
how
what's your
happens.
take on the Gamecocks? What's your take?
Oh man, I haven't done too much time studying the Gamecocks.
I heard you say they were a tasty squad. So you just let me know. So I know when next time you wake up next to me, cabrón.
See, I applied for their locker room position to clean their jock straps.
The athletic supporters.
The Oakland A fans.
Oakland
again.
A fans, shouts out.
That's right. Straps.
the Gamecock straps.
Wow.
So who do you think in the NBA right now? Who's your team that's the team to beat? That's gonna take it all the way. Since you're a big time NBA fan.
I think a team that I don't really hate on yet, because the teams that I don't really hate on any of them, but those teams always play their hardest against the Lakers.
Right.
You know how that goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They suck the rest of the season, but they'll play their ass off just to say we beat the Lakers. But everybody's beating them this year. But I think Golden State. I think Golden State is strong, bro.
But they got a good squad.
Great squad.
And the thing is, barring injury, because the thing that was always lacking for them by the time they reach the playoffs is their big man.
Yeah.
Usually Bogut gets hurt.
Always got hurt.
He's an injury-prone guy, but hopefully if their big men stay healthy. And then also Dallas is pretty strong. And then, on the East, you have the usual suspects,
Yeah.
So
you think they'll be good, Dallas, with now that they got a Stoudemire?
they brought Stoudemire on, and then they got
Rondo.
Rondo. They
Rondo.
got Rondo.
But what really helps is they got the center, the defensive post back. They got Chandler,
Tyson
Chandler.
Don't sleep on Portland Trailblazers.
Oh yeah, they're coming up, bro.
Right.
They picked up Aaron Aflalo in the trade too.
Yeah. So hey, man. So you know what? Thank you for coming, sitting in with us, man. Give it up for our boy Rabbit in the house. Let's clap it up for him, everybody.
Bsidesports show. I love it.
Fuck you, Rabbit.
You know what we're gonna do though? I think if it's okay with you, Rabbit, we'd like to have you stick around for a couple more segments because we're almost done here at the Bsidesports show.
Oh, that's cool.
So let's go ahead and let's. You know what? We're gonna test you guys. I got a couple little questions we're gonna do a little sports trivia. All right, Drac, let's hit it. Nice. You guys don't even want to know what we're looking at right now. It's pretty gross.
Oh man, you don't want to see anything on Eric's phone.
Why does Eric have those kind of things on his phone? I have
South
no idea.
Carolina.
I have no
Some
idea.
of the things he
I have
sends.
South Carolina on
some
my
of the
phone.
things he texts me, I'm wondering why he sends them.
I know, right? It's like, where do you come up with this stuff?
He's not allowed on Instagram. He's been banned. from
Yeah,
Instagram.
I'm banned.
Thankfully, that on our Instagram, our Bsidesports show, we do not have Eric J because apparently we'd have a lot of Gamecocks on there. Okay, it'd be really weird.
Shouts out to all the roosters out there.
Todos los gallos, todos los gallos. So this is our segment that we do every week here, Rabbit. We do a little sports trivia because obviously we're a sports show. I want to see how good you guys are at sports because people test us all the time. Hey, what do you guys really know about sports? And we're I watch ESPN and then watch the rerun right afterwards. That's how much I love sports.
Yeah.
It's the same show, but I still watch the same thing. I don't even care.
You're gonna
Right?
feel like you missed something
Yeah.
the first time around.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when you're hungry, you go to the fridge, close it, you go back again.
And you're like,
again,
yes.
yeah.
You're like, you know
second
what?
time you always find something.
Maybe I
too.
missed the milk the first time. I don't know.
Hey,
Whatever.
hey, speaking of them though, and real quick, man, again, rest in peace to Stuart Scott, man. This dude infused hip hop into modern day sports that you know
and he
white
had that,
America
he had
watches.
that Forrest Whitaker.
Oh
ride,
yeah,
too,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. That thing.
Right.
But he was such a he's a trooper,
He
and
brought
he fought
the flavor. He brought the flavor.
you know,
man.
just like Jim Valvano, he's another guy that really brought awareness to especially the cancer and stuff like that. So yeah, rest in peace to him. So hey, I'm gonna ask you guys, since we were on the topic earlier of the NBA and we're talking about the All-Star game. The NBA, the All-Star game has been played since 1951. I don't know if you guys knew that. I had no idea. The year was there was 1 year that they canceled the All-Star game. Does anybody remember what year?
Is it
I think I
NBA
do.
All-Star game?
It was due to a strike. 80s, but I thought early 80s. No,
Okay, 80s.
I'm
No?
going with
I thought early 80s.
91. No, 90.
90. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with 99.
You know what? Shaye, ding, ding, ding.
That's the year I was
Yes.
thinking Spurs.
Because yes,
The Spurs
That was when the Spurs won their
Yes.
first
That's what I
champion.
was thinking. But I kept thinking 89.
Remember,
And
Phil
it-
Jackson said, "Oh, there should be an asterisk on that
yeah,
one."
'cause
Yes.
it wasn't a
season.
full season.
Right, so-
but that was Phil being Phil.
So that game was scheduled originally for Philadelphia. So the city of brotherly love got shut out on that one.
They didn't
Hey,
party like it's 1999.
You know
on
what?
that
I've
one.
I've never been there before, but I know one thing, man. They're diehard sports fans, and they boo everybody that doesn't have to do with their.
If you're not a 76er or an Eagle,
Do you remember-
or-
do you
Oh,
guys-
you like cheesesteaks?
Do you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
remember when Destiny's Child went out and performed before
It was halftime, I think. wasn't it?
halftime at a play when the Lakers were playing them in the championship? They booed the shit out of them.
Wow.
Out of Destiny's Child?
Wow,
It's
man.
bad. Dude.
They were destined to bomb.
They were. All right, going back to NBA history. All right, what NBA player had the longest full name in NBA history?
Oh, I'm going with Michael Olowokandi.
That's actually a good one, but it's wrong. Rabbit.
There's a guy. There are 3 names, and it's probably one of those Muslim 3 names. You know what?
No, you already had your.
Sharif.
No, I didn't.
Somebody that had
Chris
3, I
Jackson.
believe.
Okay.
I can't think.
Shaye?
Go ahead, Shay.
Is it the guy that was in the slam dunk contest, Giannis Antetokounmpo?
No, but that's actually a good one. Imagine if they have to pay for each letter on their jersey. Jesus.
Hey, and we don't even know if he pronounced it right, but
I
it
don't
sounded
know.
okay.
That's actually.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail from Greece. They're
I-
gonna, what'd you call him?
I know.
What'd you call
So Greece, if you guys wanna hate us for saying it wrong, send us an email at bsidesportshow@gmail.com.
They not fix your economy.
What he doesn't know is in Greek, he just called him a gamecock.
I know. Right?
Shouts out to the Greek Gamecocks.
It was a phallic reference.
So here's the answer is Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh, really?
His-
That's too easy.
No. Hold on. His full name.
Oh, okay.
His full name.
full name.
Oh, I remember.
His full name was Dikembe Mutombo Mapalando Mokamba Jean-Jacques Watamotumbo.
And then it was.
And then the third, click. The third.
It sounds like a popular song on the radio. Right
Homeboy had 49 letters in his name. Jeez.
Wow.
Jeez.
Hey, did you think he had a Letterman jacket ever at one time?
Nah, he had like 7 of them, bro. He had like 7 Letterman jackets. All right, last trivia question before we get out. We're talking about the PED scandals, and that was a prevalent theme today. Was talking about PEDs, and the Yankees, of course. If you didn't know, Rabbit, they're gonna retire a few numbers this summer. So one of them being Andy Pettitte. Andy Pettitte is gonna get his number 46 retired. So how many different jersey numbers have? Not including Jackie Robinson's, because that's retired, number 42. How many different jersey numbers have the New York Yankees retired? Wow. I'll get one quick answer. Rabbit?
I'm not too into the Yankees. I mean, I know they're great and everything. I don't know my history, but I would say
I'm going with
5. I guess.
I'm
Okay.
going with 10.
10?
I'm gonna say 4.
They've retired 17 different
Wow.
numbers.
Wow.
But number 42.
I thought it was a lower number for some
I was
reason.
thinking that they didn't want to retire as many.
That's what I
So
thought.
they did retire the number 42 twice. One for Jackie Robinson and one for
I know Bernie Williams, right?
No, no,
not
that's-
Bernie.
He's 51.
Mariano Rivera.
There you go. There you go.
And
My
they
bad.
also retired the number 8 twice. one for Bill Dickey and the other one for Yogi Berra.
Right.
So they've actually retired 18 players, but 17 different numbers.
Was Dickey a Gamecock too?
This summer they're gonna add 3 more to the list. Obviously, Andy Pettit, Jorge Posada, and Bernie Williams.
And those are deservedly so.
You know,
Bernie Williams, especially Mr. He was another Mr. Yankee, and then Derek Jeter, man.
Derek Jeter, once he retires, they're gonna retire his number.
Whether you hate the Yankees or love them, you got to give respect and props to Derek Jeter on and off the field.
He scored on and off the field for real.
His cock has game.
Yes.
His cock has game.
And he ain't no wooden bat either, bro. So he's a catch, as they say. So anyways, so this has been our sports trivia. Once again, our special guest in the house, Rabbit. So
Rabbit.
Thank you guys, man.
So
good
once
thing
again,
you guys are doing.
Yeah,
here,
man, we're having a blast here. So you know what, we're just about ready to end this B-side sports. So you know what, let's go into our last segment. We're gonna close it out here. Go ahead, hit it, Drac. Nice. So this has been another awesome edition of the B-Side Sports Show. So we're going to end our segment with all of us go ahead and we're going to do some quick little shout-outs. Shaye, what do you got?
Okay, just a shout-out to you guys, of course. Good show. Thanks for having me here. Big ups to Rabbit. Hopefully I'll get to run into him again somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe on the way home.
Yeah.
At the bus stop, whatever. Who knows? Who knows?
And we're there a lot.
Yeah. And shout out to the whole team. B-Side Show will be live tomorrow. We got 498, the fam. We got Benzo from Houston, Young West. And maybe Rabbit could talk about it more. We got the LA Renegades, which is sports.
Wow, sports related. And also, if you guys ever want to have them on the sports show, man, the new, roller derby's coming back popular.
Those chicks are tough. I want to fight one of them for some reason. It's crazy.
Shouts out to all the tough ones out there.
I'd like to pick. If I did, I'd pick which one first. I don't want to lose.
Shaye, what? Anybody else?
Those are the guests for tomorrow night. So tune in at 9 o'clock. Of course, hosted by Rabbit. CC, I'll be behind the scenes in there, but we do our thing, man. It's really entertaining.
And where can they find them at?
bsideshow.net.
Awesome.
Oh, and one more thing. Follow
9
me
p.m.
at my Twitter, Instagram, Shaye Whitey. I try to, keep it light, keep it funny, not too much drama. It's pretty good stuff. Check it out, man.
Awesome. Eric J.
What's up? I just want to give a shout out to the man upstairs. Shout out to my crew, all the fans and the family tuning in, my 4 golden girls at home, and just keep tuning in. We're going to keep making this rock, and this weekend I'll be out with a petition to end petitions. So look out for me out there.
That's why
I'm
I
signing
this guy. And then once again, our special guest, Rabbit.
Thank you, man. Hey, shouts to you guys for doing your thing here. This is a real funny show. Entertainment value is off the hook, man. And tomorrow, again, 9 p.m., every Monday night. Most consistent internet show. You could ask around about that, but CC, Guap, Wacko, Drac behind the scenes, the whole team. Yeah, Big Gene, Shaye Whitey, everybody, our DJs. And one more thing, we do our show live in the studio here at our shop. B-Side Shop, 130 Shoppers Lane in Covina. So make sure you guys come out. We got some urban streetwear, hats, beanies, backpacks, everything. Come by and check us out, man. Support that real.
Absolutely. And you know what, Shaye? What we can do is let's get a picture of the guys, and let's take a picture inside the B-Side Shop so you guys can see some of the stuff that's in there. And then also, we're pretty soon we're gonna have our B-Side Sports gear too. So if you guys want to come out and support,
that's nice.
Yeah,
nice.
we're gonna have some gear
What's
to support,
going on
man.
with you,
You're gonna make hockey masks?
Maybe
I'll take one
for the feyoyas, bro. There's a lot of ugly chicks.
Shouts out to them.
I know, right? So you know what? Let me just give a shout out to, first of all, to Brian McDaniel from TMZ and my boy George Marroquin, aka DJ Cooch, for all the love and support that these two dudes are doing in the comedy scene. Follow them on their Instagrams, DJ Cooch and then Brian McDaniel. These two guys are doing some major damage in the comedy industry. And then obviously my team over at Handsome Devil Comedy, Connie, Pat, Maricela. I can do what I do at the Ice House, and I'm so grateful that last Sunday we sold out the Ice House.
Nice.
And I'm very grateful that my two brothers were there. Eric, we didn't miss you at all. It was crazy.
I was in Mexico trying to find the donkey show.
Nice.
No, he was actually there in the kitchen.
I didn't find the donkey show. I found 2 midgets and an albatross.
he was at the cock ring
and
watching the cockfight.
and an aardvark. How did that happen? So you know, a quick little shout out to the Chaluger Nation. I got a bunch of Chalugers. If you guys don't even know, that's like, and it's not even, it's a bad thing. Don't get mad that I call you a chola. I mean chola in a good way, because cholas are
hot, bro.
They have two very distinct characteristics. All right, cholas are very loyal, and cholas will stab you first and ask questions later. You know what I mean?
I love cholas.
They're homegirls too.
Yeah,
man.
But when they're cougars, they're older, they're refined, they're smarter about things. Young girls will tell you your breath smells, right, Shaye? Hey, you smell like cat shit in your mouth, right? An older woman, a cougar, will tell you, you know what? I'm bored. Let's go brush our teeth. See how smart they are?
Nice.
And then you combine the Chaluger with the cougar, you become a Chaluger.
Or she's like, I bought this whole pack of gum. You should put in your mouth at once.
All at one time.
Put it in your mouth.
Hey, speaking of Chalugers, Ralph. Speaking of Chalugers, man, the 28th, our brothers from Southern Soul Spinners. I forgot to. They were there as well, checking out the comedy show. But they're doing an event at the City of Industry. What is it? The VFW Hall.
Right. It's going to be next Saturday, the 28th, at 8 p.m. to midnight.
Nothing but rare soul oldies. I mean, real good vibes and good music. And I'm going to find me a chola that night.
Yeah,
just up there.
That's going to be Chaluger Fest 2015 right there.
And I'm going with my Chaluger.
Right.
You know, I don't know, Chaluger attractive gear. I don't know what I should wear.
You should just bring a switchblade.
A Pendleton.
You should just get one of my shirts that says "I heart Chalugers," bro.
There it is. There it is. And a hairnet with no hair.
With the little, just spray some Aquanet around you, bro. That's what they love. That
Nice.
Just put it in front of your pants and enhance.
I'll rub 3 flowers on my neck for my cologne.
There you go, dude.
Shots off to the shiny stuff.
I know, right? So last but not least, I wanted to give a shout out to first of all, Drac Spelling in the back over there doing our sound today, and to Shaye and Eric, man, you two are awesome to work with, man. I love working with you guys. And last but not least, our special guest Rabbit, who's in the house. So let's give him a round of applause, guys. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
And don't forget, everybody, tune in every Sunday here. We're at the B-Side, and if you guys can't find us here, you guys can find us on the SoundCloud at Bsidesports Show, and you can hit us up on all our social media, Bsidesports Show. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, you could even catch me on Plenty of Fish at Bsidesports Show. I don't care. I'm trying to catch them all.
Moco Space.
Moco Space. I'm on all of them, bro. I'm on all of them. Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, Bsidesports. Just find us everywhere.
Midget strippers.
I know, right?
Chunky ninjas.
So keep tuning in. Thank you guys for all the love and support. The B-Side Show is out.
Peace.